This kind of work does require masculine energy with a lot of feminine touches. Right, yes, yeah.
Today I want to introduce you to one of our favorite members of our proof family over here. This is Selma. Selma joined our team last January and you started at Farmers Market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love the farmers market.
So how did you hear about us, Selma?
I was always a fan of sourdough bread, just going out and about onto the farmers market and going Saturdays. And then I learned about Proof in Gilbert. And so I continuously followed them on Instagram and on social media and of course their YouTube channel. July of 2023, they opened up in my hood, which is in North Phoenix, the Shaber hood.
Yes.
So
I didn't know you were so close to here.
Yeah, I'm just like 5.5 miles north of here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes. So finally made a trip to the Shaber Hood location and I immediately fell in love with the bread, the pastries, and I just became a customer and continued to be a fan of Proof. And so I was actually at that time working a full-time job and I'm like, oh, I'm available on Saturdays. They're hiring on Saturdays at the market.
What did you think of your first experience working a market?
I loved it.
Did you?
Yes.
Good.
I love
That
being,
makes me happy.
Yes, I love being outdoors. I just love the atmosphere, the clientele, and the people that show up at the market, you know. And
Was there anything that like stood out to you? Wait, what did you do before this?
so I was actually working from home. Didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not my calling. Well, Proof now is hiring full-time or more hours, so that's when I signed on board for more hours here.
So Selma right now holds down our dish pits in both facilities. So we have a dish pit in the back here that deals with all the dirty bins and the big stuff, and then a dish pit in the front that deals with all the small wares. And she's like freaking rock star.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think what is like so amazing is that you understand that the unglamorous jobs are often the most important jobs. And so you take it really seriously. And so you've set a really high bar for that position now.
Awesome. Yes.
When you first started with us, what was your like takeaway with the clientele?
First and foremost, all I kept hearing was, we love Proof. Like customer after customer, we love Proof. And I'm like, okay, they love Proof, I love Proof. We're getting somewhere. Working at the bakery, sometimes at the front of the house, hearing people coming from like Flagstaff and
Traveling to be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
traveling to be here. I like the team that works here and of course the clientele and the customers.
That makes me so happy.
Thank you.
So I'll give you half of the papers.
If you give me this one, I can match the name for you.
So Salma, you have a daughter?
I do. I have a 15-year-old daughter. Her name is Angelina. Currently, she's a sophomore in high school. And we just started last Thursday back to high school, back to schedule.
She's a sophomore?
She's a sophomore.
Amara just started high school this year, like a few days ago. It's wild.
It is.
Okay, I'm just gonna put them out like this.
Fun
Maybe it's
times
easier.
ahead. High school is so much fun.
So I know one time John worked with you at the farmer's market.
Yes.
And you probably weren't expecting. I think he came to like help because somebody called out.
Yeah. It was such a nice day. And I'm like, okay, he seems very cool, down to earth. And of course, this is exactly how he is on social media. And
Yeah.
so I knew like he has a strong foundation and vision for the company and where it's going.
Yeah, he came back from meeting you and was like, Selma's awesome. Like he just like had so many great things to say about you. And so I'm really glad to see that you're like in our organization more like deeply now.
All of us have like that strong desire to improve the health and well-being of other citizens that are in our neighborhood and in our community.
Yeah.
And you guys have that strong belief in building a stronger community, and it resonated with me.
Yeah.
Like that's who I am, that's where I want to be. I see potential coming into this company and in these individuals, the owners, Amanda and John.
What do you feel like it is like working here?
It's super awesome. You know what? The drive here is so nice right after I drop off my daughter to school. And I know I have that flexibility, just come and get her done mentality.
Yeah.
Come, start on that end, greet everybody, make sure everybody's okay, make sure they have everything they need, check on them, you know, focus on the pots, the pans, the tubs, all of the utensils, sort them out, make sure everything is organized. It really is fun coming to work. I am sometimes shy from my words, but when it comes to action, I expedite and just go with the flow. So for example, we come in and it's a Thursday, which is a huge production day here. So as soon as I walk in, I see everybody already on the go. Maddie's running this way, Louise is running that way. Sometimes I am like spraying the pans, you know, counting bannetons, whatever it takes to get the team started.
It's going to take people like you that are willing to do the hard work, the heavy lifting, the keeping everybody together. I think that's something that you do really well, is like everybody feels very safe with you, Selma, and like you kind of have like this just like mom energy for the whole team.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I know we haven't been perfect, right? Because we're learning along the way. So like, how do you handle those moments where it's like a little bit more challenging?
So first and foremost, empathy. You have to have a lot of empathy. And me and you can come to the table and you see one thing and I see something completely different. And, you know, just where you extend compassion. And I think I'm really good. I've always been there, that person that wherever I am at, people just come up to me and, you know, from all walks of life and tell me their whole life story. And I'm just like, you know, extending an ear. And so, yeah, that's what you have to do. Just extend your ear, give grace, a lot of empathy and compassion, because we don't know what happened the night before. We don't know what happened the week before. And everyone here comes already ready to work. And so just being there and helping out in any way.
So showing up and empathy, that's
Yes.
what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
This kind of work does require masculine energy with a lot of feminine touches. Right? Yes.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because the masculine is obviously, it's a heavy load to work here. We're either pulling or pushing or lifting, and you need that feminine touch, you know, because you have customers. So they want to come in and they want to see everything looking pretty and nice and clean. Mm-hmm. They want to leave with a happy experience, but they don't see the workload behind it.
How do you think, like when you were growing up, was hospitality a big thing for you?
Absolutely, yeah. I think you know me very well. So my mother was the biggest cook, the biggest chef, and the biggest baker in our family, Okay. I have relatives call all the time. Do you have your mom's recipe? I don't, because I was always in the workforce or I was always at school. So when we got home, we had a very large homemade dinner table already set for us.
Wow.
And she would whip up a 7-course meal at every meal. And so, every Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, even Easter, very big on Easter, and just making Easter cookies and making sure she made some for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look back now that I have kids and I have so much joy like packing their lunch boxes, and I recognize that for me that sharing food was like such a expression of love for me. So
Absolutely.
I think that's what draws me to do what we do. And so I feel like maybe you kind of connect on that level too.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when you're at a table or if you're eating something, it's just in us to ask someone else, would you like to try this? Here, I made this. Maybe you would like this. Yes.
Yeah.
Something.
Like the cakes you make us.
Yeah.
Last Thanksgiving, I remember Thanksgiving was like such a whirlwind, and then I came in and you were like, oh, I baked this cake for you. It's my family recipe. It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. I just pour my heart and love into the cake, and by the time I'm done, it didn't feel like work. I just know that I'm going to show up with this cake and they're going to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like that's really the key to anybody who works here is like, this has to feel like a family and it has to feel like a greater mission because it's hard work, right? But if you have the right mindset going in, it's like a breeze because you're just going in with your community, having a blast, doing the hard work, but doing something noble for the community at large,
Absolutely. Yes. It doesn't feel like work coming here, for sure. For me, that's what I notice. 'Cause
Yeah?
I'm in my element. I'm in my zone. I like what I'm doing. We're building something for the community, especially Arizona. You see
Yeah.
the growth over the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah. And you can feel proud of what you're doing, right? Because being transparent in a time where it feels like everything's so like polished. Here we're like, oh, well, we made a mistake. We're going to own it and talk about it. And that's how we really make connections with, our community at large.
Yes. My parents, when kids would argue or fight with my brothers, because I had two brothers or two sisters. So when they would come and want to fight with my brothers, my dad would be like stopping the kids, invite them in and make popcorn and sit them down. You're not fighting. You're going to be a team and work together.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Always.
That's so great. And
Yeah.
did they respond well?
Yes. And that's how I learned from my parents, hard work pays off.
And grace.
Yes.
Sounds like.
Be diligent in your motives, because there's always going to be, some kind of consequence. So just handle everything with peace. Stay committed on your path and be neighborly and be friendly and take the first step to peace all the time.
The olive branch?
Yes.
Yeah, extend the olive branch.
Yes.
I love that. I feel like I grew up in the same kind of like harmony. Harmony was like a big thing for my family. Like if me and my sisters were fighting, my parents would always do everything to like settle the ground. Or if me and my dad were fighting, my mom would, show me both sides of the coin. Like what's my story and what's his story and how it, teaching empathy again.
Yes.
And that empathy does like really lead to better harmony, better connection, better ability to solve problems because oftentimes, especially today, I feel like people will give up or cancel, something or someone instead of sticking through and trying to really find it's like what you said, like being like pure in your motives.
Yes.
If you have pure motives, then you can figure anything out.
Yes. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
That's my biggest belief. Pure motives always wins. Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
So what do you feel about this like shipping program?
It's about time because that was the constant question, like at the market.
Oh, really?
Do you guys ship? We're from out of town. We can't take it on the airplane kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I would always, that was the first thing I alerted customers. Well, we have bakeries in the valley. We have a bakery in the west side. We have a bakery in the east side in the newly opened Shea location.
Did you get any other like common questions or do you get common questions at the market still?
Do you sell your starter? And so because we
You're
were
like, I know her very well. I watch her every day.
Yes, and so you don't have starter here, you don't have flour here. No, I tell them, go to the bakery. We have pizza and focaccia bread. We have iced and hot coffee. We have the baguettes, and we have more sliced bread. So I just tell them, stop by and take a peek, see what we have going on there. Maybe you like to dine in. Maybe you want a lunch date. Just stop by the bakery.
I have one more question for you. What is your favorite proof bread product?
Croissant.
Yeah?
Hands down, croissant, yeah.
What do you love about it?
Everything. I can actually eat an entire loaf for breakfast, plain or with butter. Yes.
Oh, yum. Yeah.
So I never heard of croissant until proof. I was always buying sourdough bread, but then like the croissant was what like sealed the deal for me because it's just so tasty and
like in a way you've never tasted before, right? Like,
right.
And the texture is like perfect. It's my favorite too. So.
Yes, and it's got that distinct taste where you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I also like that it's more of a plain loaf because then you can have your way with it. It's sweet, savory, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it goes well with everything. I agree. Yes.
Oh, I love that. What do you feel like? Why were you searching for sourdough?
Because a combination of things. Number one, it doesn't have yeast in it. And number two, it's good for your gut and it's good for your brain. And just overall, before sourdough, when I would just eat wheat bread, I just felt like I wasn't digesting that bread. Store-bought bread wasn't doing my gut good. And I can tell, like, right the first 30 minutes after breakfast, not feeling good.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out why. Then I realized it was the bread. So, yeah.
So, do you eat pita bread?
I do eat pita bread. I do, yes. And I love pita bread, especially the homemade one.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's time consuming to make.
Yes.
But not as much as I do sourdough. But, yeah.
Yeah. It was like new for me because like when we first started this, me and John, it was like, I was always like, oh, it's his thing. Because I didn't grow up on this bread, you know? And then I was feeling the same way as you. We had a grilled cheese early on our sourdough. And I was like, I feel fine, you know? Like, I feel okay. And I thought all this time I was thinking I'm lactose intolerant. And John finally piped up and was like, it was probably the bread. And lo and behold, I took a test recently, like a food allergy test. I have a mild allergy to wheat. So, or sensitivity to wheat.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I'm like so picky. I don't even go anywhere and I like have to have proof bread. I told
Yes.
John, I'm like gonna start like keeping little pouches of bread to go, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do if I know I'm going on a hike or if I'm going on a picnic or I'm just coming here, grab my sourdough in that Ziploc bag and I'm set for the day. I'm good for the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing all this with me, Selma.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I'm glad that we had this conversation and we finally had this interview because I get to know a little bit more about you and know how shy I am.
Yeah. Well, do you have questions for me?
How are you, by the way? Like, we never ask. We just never, like, how are you? Because I know, I just know you through social media and, like, what you post on social media.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we just get, like, a glimpse.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Selma.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Just kidding.
So, you know, we always bottle it up. And sometimes it's good and it's not because you get stronger, but sometimes sharing it with someone who you feel you could share it with and just sit there and listen to what you have to say. Sometimes that's all it takes, you know, because sometimes we just relieve the stress.
Yeah.
Relieve, or not stress, I should say, relieve our what we're trying to achieve or where we're heading.
Take the weight off our shoulders.
Yes, take the weight off.
I agree with that. How am I doing? I've been stressed. I cannot lie about that. Now I can see the finish line of a big milestone and I'm like, okay, great, I see it. I'm doing good, but I'm stressed, but also I'm like coming back to like myself and where I want to go from here. I think there's a part of me has come to realize that this next period is going to be hard. It's going to be really, it's not the calm before the storm. It's like the opposite, the dusk before the dawn or whatever. And that's how it feels like we're walking into this like very big unknown. And because of that, I've been doing a lot more to like, I'm like waking up early and making sure I'm eating whole good foods and not like just cramming something in my mouth because I'm busy, you know, like trying to be more and more intentional with my time. And John and I have been like doing morning workouts and everything. So we're trying to take care of ourselves so that we can kind of like make it through this next phase and hoping that it will bring more clarity.
Yes, and that's the fountain of youth. You got to put in the work.
Yeah.
There is like no shortcuts.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm realizing too. And actually doing this hike that I posted about was a big deal for me because it was like I could hear my little voice in my head and what it was saying. Like hearing the encouragement of other people and realizing, oh, I have control over this voice. I can do it, just don't stop, you know. It was a huge thing.
Yes, awesome, super awesome. Loved it.
Thanks.
Yes.
So let's get through these orders now,
Yes,
Selma.
let's get through these orders. They're waiting for their bread.
It was nice chatting, yeah.
Yes.